Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to unpack a deeply moving piece of history. A poor, older man. The text tells us he's weak, he's hungry, and he's sitting completely alone outside his small home. Now, what's really interesting about this next detail is the deep tragedy embedded in it. The narration says, "One day a companion of the prophet saw a man everyone had forgotten." Think about that specific phrasing for a second. The source tells us people were just passing by. Hardly anyone noticed him. It paints this stark picture of a society where people are moving way too fast, totally focused on their own daily routines, oblivious to the suffering right at their feet. He was practically invisible to the world around him. That is, until Abu Ubaidah intervened.
Let's walk through these actions exactly as they unfolded. This timeline is incredibly telling. For the first 5 seconds, the old man is simply ignored by passers-by. It's a painful reality. But then, right between 5 and 10 seconds, Abu Ubaidah quietly approaches. Notice he doesn't make a big spectacle out of it. He comes over with food and water, and crucially, he greets the old man with a warm smile. Then, from seconds 10 to 18, he doesn't just hand over the food and run off. The text specifically notes that he helps the old man eat with his own hands, staying right there until he ensures the man is entirely comfortable. And finally, in the last block of our timeline, we see the beautiful result of these actions, a heartfelt dua or prayer from the old man.
To really grasp the core of this explainer, we have to deconstruct the mindset driving those actions we just looked at. We need to understand why he stopped when literally everyone else kept walking.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core difference in their worldviews. On one side, you have those judging by wealth, the passers-by who remain completely oblivious to the man's suffering. But on the flip side, you have those looking at need. The source explicitly points out a defining characteristic of Abu Ubaidah. He never looked at a person's wealth. Instead, he looked directly at their need. That is exactly why he stopped, why he fed, and why he comforted this man. He was operating through a completely different, highly compassionate lens.
The text actually gives us the logic behind this level of compassion, defining a core belief that we can call sincere service. Abu Ubaidah believed that serving people sincerely was a direct path to Allah's pleasure. Think about that. He wasn't doing this for societal recognition. He wasn't doing it to show off to the crowds in Medina, and he wasn't even doing it just to get a reward from the old man himself. His service was rooted entirely in spiritual fulfillment.
So after the physical needs of the old man are met, the food, the water, the comfort, this incredible emotional and spiritual exchange takes place, and it really forces us to rethink what we consider valuable.
Just think about the juxtaposition here for a second. Worldly riches versus a sincere prayer or a dua. According to the source material, after being fed, the old man raises his trembling hands. Tears of genuine gratitude fill his eyes, and he makes a heartfelt prayer for Abu Ubaidah. In the framework presented by this text, this emotional and spiritual exchange, it's the ultimate transaction.
I want to read this quote directly from the narration for you, and I really want you to let this sink in. A sincere prayer from a grateful heart is more valuable than worldly riches. Just sit with that concept for a moment. In a world that so often prioritizes accumulating wealth, this source insists that true, lasting value is actually found in the genuine tears of gratitude from someone you've selflessly helped.
The source actually provides a definitive moral to this story, and it's built on 3 very specific pillars. Number 1 is humility. That means approaching someone quietly, without seeking a shred of attention for your good deeds. Number 2 is compassion. Actually noticing the forgotten, feeling their hunger, and greeting them warmly. And number 3 is serving those in need for the sake of Allah. It's a combination of these 3 distinct traits that forms the absolute ultimate definition of true greatness in this text.
So the crucial point we're driving at is captured perfectly in this beautiful, elegant ending text from our source. The best of people are those who benefit others. This is exactly why this story matters, and it's the main thing you should take away from this entire explainer. Greatness isn't about elevating yourself above the crowd. It is entirely about how much you can serve and benefit the people around you.